So what Rabbi Yosef Kapach said, or should I say Kapach? Yes, of course. In Yemen, the concept of Zionism did not exist as the name of a movement or a distinct internal group. The diaspora throughout Yemen was there on a temporary basis. They saw themselves as hotel guests, even though they stay lasted for 2,000 years. Therefore, those individuals and groups who made Aliyah to Eretz Israel over time did not deviate from the mainstream. And for that reason, these Aliyot were not noted in contrast to Aliyot from elsewhere, like the Aliyot of the students of Rabbi Yehudai Hasid and the students of the Vilna Gaon, Gaon Mivilna. Since these went against the pervading spirit of their environments, their Aliyah was an extraordinary, wondrous, inspirational thing. One had to be remarkably pious, Hasid, or in opposition to convention in order to make Aliyah to Eretz Israel. In Yemen, there was no need for this. Aliyah naturally continued in a normal, organic fashion because everyone was a candidate, everyone waited for the right moment for the removal of his particular barriers. The obligation to make Aliyah and settle in Eretz Israel has remained in force throughout all generations, from the time of Abraham to now and forever. So this was 1892, and this is up to hear from Rabbi Kapach. And on a personal note, I remember how in 8th grade, I sat down and dove into my family story while preparing my Roots project for school. And only then I first learned about it when my grandmother, Mazal Ishayahu, told me her story. It's a long story. She just waited for this opportunity to tell me everything she went through. And there's a lot. But she didn't give me the recipes, though. She shared that alongside the longing for Eretz Israel, life in Yemen was fine. And there was relative harmony given the circumstances in relations with their Arab neighbors, until it was not. And there were pogroms, it became dangerous, and the dream of making Aliyah to Eretz Israel became a survival necessity as they left everything behind. And so in the 1930s, my mother's family, my grandmother's family from my mother's side, made Aliyah without flying carpets and without magic, but with one dream in their hearts: to live as a people in security and in peace in Eretz Israel. And they realized it. Thank you.